What up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome, everybody, to Cheap Drinks and Cheat Codes, episode 15, or as Josh says, 15.
That was Phil.
That was Phil. Sorry. I'm Brandon. On the far left over there, we've got Justin.
Hello.
Next up, we've got Josh.
What's up? What's up?
Get hype, Josh. God. And then we've got Phil.
Yay!
Okay, you're all fired. And then me, apparently the most hype. Let's do this.
Well, no, I was equally hyped, but I saw the technical difficulties that are on the screen.
What is that?
You got a little bit of Discord showing.
Actually, no, I like that motion. I like that motion. Hand reach, touch, and fill.
Oh,
Look
yeah.
at that, reach.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Yeah. When I pulled up the Crucible gameplay, it went off of full screen for some reason. I'm sorry.
How's everybody doing?
Now we killing it.
I'm amazing.
We good. We feeling it. We live.
How we feeling? We
I'm
lit?
amazing.
Y'all good?
Yeah.
Lit.
I'm not lit.
That's what's up.
But
you're good. But you're good.
But I'm
Excellent.
good.
All right. We got this Crucible gameplay on the screen. OLED.
boom.
This is a free Amazon PvP shooter that just came out on Steam, I think this week, the 21st. So today. Huzzah.
Earlier today.
I have not played it yet. I'll download it.
This is the first time I'm seeing it. Is that a
Yeah,
raccoon?
same here. Yeah, he's like a squirrel or a raccoon character.
It doesn't look terrible. It looks like quirky, Overwatchy. Like even the buttons and the like the layout of the character looks like some Overwatch shit.
I don't know, dog. It's
There's Brandon's character, the little quick one.
yeah. I'm not seeing a whole lot of aggression and PvP-ness.
Well, it's the start. You know how every Overwatch match goes. There's our
Yeah, you got to emote for a while. You got to start flossing and shit.
Yeah. Need healing.
Kill PvE things. Why this guy? I don't
So
like
it's
this. He just hops.
PvPvE.
It looks like it's a. It reminds me of Paragon, like a
Really?
lane based.
Yeah.
That's what it kind
Okay.
of reminds me of.
I don't think it is lane based. I don't. It might be. It looks like they're going to an objective and capturing a point. So there's no
Yeah.
mini map, so I can't fully tell. But I'm interested. Next week we'll definitely give like a mini review because I think we should definitely get it and try it.
Yeah, we
It
can
doesn't
play
look
it
terrible.
sometime
It's
this week.
free.
Yeah,
You know
I'll
what I
download.
mean?
I'll download it sometime tonight.
But yeah, we just wanted to talk about that. That game did come out today. It is on Steam.
Interesting.
So why not? You know, give it a go. What do you guys think of it though?
I mean, at first glance, it looks pretty interesting. I mean, the PvE aspect of it, I'm still kind of confused on. It would obviously help if I had the audio playing of somebody explaining it and had watched the trailer. But
Yeah.
That's fair. No, we wanted the raw.
the raw,
look
my raw
is-
input is that
Yeah.
it's him walking around the map a lot, shooting things that aren't people.
That's fair. And that's what we wanted. That's what we came here for.
Yeah,
For you.
that guy looked cool though. I wish he was playing him. Go with the axe. But yep.
Where's my PvP?
Yeah, I haven't seen him shoot at a single enemy like person yet.
Is this just a PvE mode?
No, because
No,
I mean,
it's supposed to be
it
a
definitely says
PvP game.
2 versus
Oh, I see the- I see
0.
the-
So I'm not sure.
I
He just hasn't come across.
I wonder if
anyone.
they meet in the center over the last objective. Cause see how they've captured 2 blue, and red doesn't have Jack.
Who
I don't
knows?
know, dog.
We'll try it out. Again, we
Yeah.
just wanted to show some gameplay and just this is a link from IGN. We'll link it below.
This is what Fallout 76 PvP would have looked like. Just seeing no one.
Yeah, basically.
Mhm.
On to other things here. If you
Moving on.
are a serious Sam player, yeah, you can go to it. It's
Yeah.
fine. If you're a serious Sam player and you wanted to play that on Xbox or PS4, you beat.
Too
Um,
bad.
Get
y-
mine.
Yeah, it's still going to be exclusive deal to Stadia. It will be on Steam. I did actually see it. It was a headliner on Steam like yesterday for pre-orders, so you can still buy it on PC. But if you were hoping to get it on PlayStation or Xbox, it's still going to be a Stadia exclusive for that like genre. I guess Stadia is going to call themselves a console. I don't know, maybe. But I don't really have too much of a beef with it. I'm just not a huge fan overall about games getting exclusivity. Do you guys have a thought or opinion? I don't think it's necessary. It's like, come on.
I mean,
I don't think they need a.
if it's
a
a
Stadia.
if it's a bad console, I don't feel like it should have exclusivity.
Yeah.
Like if it was in the console wars, then maybe.
The thing is it's
I
coming
guess
out
you're right.
it's coming out on Steam
Yeah.
as
Right.
well. So it's like it's exclusive to PC first, which is is okay if they haven't like tried to optimize it for any consoles or just waiting for the next gen to throw it onto consoles.
Yeah.
I mean, but other than that, I don't. If it's like not something super next gen feeling, just release it on everything you can. There's no point not to, especially because
Yeah.
Serious Sam is just a first person shooter story game. Like no one plays that multiplayer for that I know of.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I've never really played this game before, like any of them, but I feel like it's more of a situation to dunk on Stadia. They're like, Stadia got games, but now they're making it so we can't play other games on other game consoles and games.
Yeah, but like when was the last Serious Sam? There was the VR one, which I thought that tanked. I don't quite remember, but I don't know if that got really
They
good
did
ratings.
some HD remakes, and I mean
Yeah.
the Serious Sam games are fun. I feel like that old like fast paced, Doom or Quake style of first person shooter, and they're just like they're meant to be funny. Like they're kind of Duke Nukem-esque, and they don't take themselves too seriously. So they're fun. I played the first two, like the original ones, and I always enjoy them.
Yeah, so if you want to play it, just get a PC or get your Google phone out and play it on Stadia. But until 2021, you will not be able to play it on PlayStation or Xbox at all. On to some things we talked about last week. We talked about and watched the Unreal 5 tech demo. You can leak any of these, Brandon. They're all pretty much the same. I just wanted to give a couple ideas.
Okay.
But a lot of people were like, I feel like this can run on PC just as well as PlayStation. So the people at Unreal did go on record and be like, all right, fine. You technically can run this on a 2070 just as well, but you would also still need a very good SSD. As we know, the newer consoles, especially the PS5, is going to have SSDs as well, but apparently they're claiming their SSD is like crack speed fast. So you might need something like that as well. But, they are saying if you have, 2070, which is this generation, a pretty top tier graphics card, you would need that. Which makes sense. I feel like that graphics card is like what, like $500-$600. So it's just like buying a new console.
It's like 5 or 6.
Yeah, it's just like buying a new console. So if you upgraded that, then you would also be able to get the same thing. But you would also need, who knows about this SSD situation? Like I don't know what Sony's got under that hood.
Hey, I would be curious just to see like the side by side, because those PCIe SSDs, like PCIe NVMe's, are ridiculous fast. If you have like a 6 gig SATA, or like even like a 6 gig SATA in NVMe or an M.2, those are ridiculously fast. Like I don't know what you could put in a console that, I don't know, you couldn't fit or hasn't been released to a PC.
I mean, it could be proprietary, made by Sony.
Yeah, it could be.
Maybe doing
they were very mum on, can the Xbox do the same? Because that was also, obviously that was another question. They were like, all right, this is running on a PlayStation, but will an Xbox look this well? No one really answered. I looked at a bunch of articles and they just kind of beat it around the bush and didn't say anything. So that's a little interesting, but we'll see. I'm sure an Xbox will be able to run it fine.
Yeah, it's probably just marketing. Sony
exactly
paid them like, hey, just don't say much about Xbox. Just say about the PS5.
Exactly.
Just to get some marketing through.
I agree with that statement, but I did want to at least give it a shout out because we watched this video last week and we were like, "Oh shit, this is fire!" And
it looks great.
Everyone was like super hyped on Sony. But if you have a PC, you can still play it and run these games that when they come out on Unreal 5.
Yeah, it was
just the same.
It was a super good like marketing plot to roll that out and be like, "Yo," they never said like Sony exclusive, but everybody just kind of was like, "Oh, this is a Sony demo. This must be like their new-ish." It was really cool.
We'll see.
Yeah.
All right, so we got this Mafia remake. We talked about it last week a little bit because we had that big trifecta of like the 19 games that were getting announced for remakes. This is kind of a double-edged sword because I was reading and watching some stuff on this last night as well. So the Mafia remake is Mafia 1, 2, and 3. 1 is being completely like remade, as you can see from this picture that we have up here.
Yeah,
that looks like next gen level of quality. Like it looks insane. Mafia 2 did just re-release on all consoles like yesterday or the day before, I believe. And it's not getting the best. Yeah, the trilogy itself. which I think this is coming out like Halo, where it came out, you can buy the trilogy, but you don't get them all at once. Like, you know how they did it for the collection. One's not out yet, but I know 2 is, because this came out 2 days ago, and 2 is getting very mixed reviews. Apparently they didn't do much to it.
Like in the ways of an actual remaster?
Yeah, not even that. Apparently, like, a lot of the same bugs are still there from the first one. And it just doesn't play very well, especially on PC. I was getting a lot of reviews that were like, on PC it just doesn't run the greatest. So that's a little disappointing, but still, from this still image, and that's all we have. If the first one looks like that, that's dope. I'll try it.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I don't know how I feel about. I think I'd be rather upset with the fact that they're coming out with a remastered, but you're finding the same bugs in a game that came out however long ago Mafia 2 came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of it was mainly PC. People were just kind of like frame drops, and it just didn't hold up to what they thought it was going to be, especially with the still of this one coming out that looks so good.
Yeah, I wonder if it's just an engine change and not an actual like overhaul in the game.
Yeah. They haven't really stated yet.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. I'm just in general excited about this, like, games becoming Hollywood, where they're just like, yo, let's stop making new games and just go back to the games we know we're good and redo them. Because I'm with it. Like, you know, Spyro did well, Crash did well, the Resident Evil games did well. This looks good. Like, yeah, I'm super on board. Give me a new Turok. Give me a new Dino Crisis. Give me a new, like, sign me up for just old games that were good, but just make them really cool and better. I know Phil's head's exploding right now. He's like, he's like, I want a classic experience.
Yeah. The year of remakes is upon us. Hey, thanks, Phil, for gifting Josh a sub.
You're welcome.
You too at home could drop a sub. If you have Amazon Prime, you can actually subscribe to the channel for free. And if you don't, we have some various options down below. Yeah, I don't know. Speaking of, I guess, like, remakes and anniversaries and whatnot, Respawn.
Respawn. All right, so just the other day, Respawn had its 10-year anniversary. Huzzah. If you guys aren't familiar, Respawn is the company that has done Titanfall, Apex Legends, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Those are their big 3. So they opened a new studio to be like, woohoo, we've been open for 10 years. And this studio is in Vancouver, and it's literally only going to be Apex related. Which is good for several reasons. It's good when a studio expands, because I feel like a lot of times people only report on when a studio gets closed. They don't really report on what a studio does well. As well, I think this is really good for Apex, because their biggest competition, obviously, is the floss in Fortnite. And the biggest thing Fortnite has is the fact that they just, Epic literally abandoned all their other games and were like, Fortnite. Like, they got rid of Paragon. They just literally were like, fuck all these. Apex, Fortnite, and they come out with updates every half a second. So if they, if they have this studio come out and they have their other studio focused on Star Wars and hopefully Titanfall, they can get more content out for Apex. That's the biggest thing with these battle royales. They are fun, but people are so used to the Fortnite level of like every 2 weeks there's more stuff. People want they set the bar.
Shit.
Yeah, exactly. Like, people just want more stuff. So hopefully with that, they can then focus on Star Wars, because we've already reported and talked about they're talking about doing a trilogy of Star Wars. But right now they have no plans on doing a Titanfall 3. Like, it's not even started, and a lot of people are kind of like scratching their heads, like, bro, what the fuck?
Breaks my heart.
So who knows? Maybe if they hire a whole new squad for Vancouver, and they take some people from their original studio and move them there and go Apex here, now they can. I don't think they'd work on a Star Wars game and a Titanfall game at the same time, though. I can't imagine.
Yeah, they might release one as they're like finish one as they're starting the other, finish, and then kind of leapfrog. Yeah, I mean, Titanfall 2's campaign is wonderful. The multiplayer is fun as well, but that campaign was actually really, really well done.
I agree.
So if they could, do a third one, I'm so for it. But who knows? Maybe they just want more manpower on Apex.
That's 100% what it is. Like I said, when Fortnite was popping, they abandoned. They only had like 3 games, but the other 2 just stood no chance. They got
Yeah.
Deleted.
Well,
Immediately.
they just screwed up because where Fortnite was just going for the mass, like they didn't really focus that heavily on the competitive scene. They were just like, what? 8-year-olds will buy anything we put out? Just get a pizza skin out as soon as we can, and a tomato man. Yeah, and get a DJ in there for some reason.
John Wick.
Yeah, John Wick. We need Marshmallow.
Yeah.
If Apex reverts, because they went to the pro scene like immediately. Day one had I don't even know. I think it was like a $40,000 or $50,000 tournament. If they revert backwards and they just come out with tons of skin and tons of content, I'm all for it. I'm cool with it. I'm having fun now. So if they come out with, let's say, like 10 characters in a year, cool.
Yeah. In recent Apex news as well, they did apparently, this is according to Reddit and me taking a shit and reading Reddit. They fixed the hotfix. They fixed the what's the word? The hit reg. Apparently there was a hotfix today that apparently fixed it.
There was a patch today.
That was the update.
Yeah, because I was watching videos on Reddit all day. Like a dude literally like half a clip of a Spitfire into a dude. It said he didn't hit him. The blood was popping off and stuff, but none of the numbers were coming up. He finally eventually got the kill, but it was just like, what in the world? Like it was a grip, like half a clip. Swear to God, he's just nothing.
It's like when you're playing Nerf guns. It's like when you're playing Nerf guns, you got that one asshole who just like won't admit that he got shot.
Yeah. So you shoot him in the eye. But yeah, we'll see. We will see. And this is a funny one that I want to talk about next.
Yeah, man. Masterpiece status.
Because masterpiece. Overwatch, when it came out, was a 9.4 on IGN, correct? Yes, 9.4.
9.4. Yeah, back in 2016.
IGN decided to revisit said game. If you guys aren't familiar, it is the Blizzard MOBA shooter game that, kind of definitely took that MOBA genre besides Dota to like, bigger
shooter. Yeah,
types.
absolutely.
Yeah, to a shooter. Yeah, to more of a first person type grip shooter. But now they revisited the score and they did give it a perfect 10.
Mind blown.
If you guys are familiar with Alice in Wonderland, that caterpillar, that is actually the people who run IGN. They're just in there just like, hello. No, I'm kidding.
Just smoking opium and just writing fucking scores down.
The game is really fun. I just hate the community. They're so gross and toxic, but that's just me.
But how does that game even get remotely close to like God of War or like on a score?
Yeah.
That's
like
fair.
I love Halo and I'll play Halo all the time. I don't even score Halo a perfect 10. Like it's not a masterpiece to me. It's fun, but it's not a masterpiece. I won't even reinstall Overwatch. I have no reason to. Yeah. You guys could play it and I'd be like, I'll just go play something else. Because to me, that game I don't like when you're just like shooting somebody a bunch and like nothing happens. I like being able to get things done quickly.
I just like being able to boot up a game and, not get cussed out.
Brandon, immediately. Go to this link I'm about to post real quick.
Okay, in the doc?
It's right. Yeah, it's right under the Overwatch.
Okay.
Let me see if it actually worked. Nope.
The one that also says the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing. I wanted to pull up. I have a list of every modern 10 out of 10. I'm just gonna have to say it. I wanted to pull it up. I'm sorry. It might be on that link.
Yeah.
As well.
There's a list right here. So
it was also in that link. Yeah, that right there.
Yeah.
Click
So.
That.
Yep. Yeah. So we've got
just go through that list, and then it's just like I just don't get it.
So we've got Persona 5 Royal. We've got Half-Life Alyx, Red Dead Redemption 2, God of War, Celeste, Super Mario Odyssey, Undertale, Breath of the Wild, Inside, which I've never heard of, The Witness.
I have. I've heard of every single one of these games.
Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, Grand Theft Auto 5, The Last of Us, Skyward Sword, Uncharted 3, Pac-Man Championship Edition.
It's all about that number 22, dog.
Right. The DLC for Red Dead Redemption 1.
That was good.
Super Mario Galaxy 2, Grand Theft Auto 4, Metal Gear Solid 4, Pokemon Red and Blue. I'll take that. Hell yeah.
See?
Ocarina of Time. Last one. Yeah.
Yeah. So now
I
that we just
can't put Overwatch anywhere near any of those games. The
Yep.
amount of
And
hours
that's
I
where my
had in
biggest problem is. I
Pokemon.
want to know what they were like. All of those games are like insane, and then for Overwatch to be in that category, I just don't agree
Yeah.
whatsoever. Especially every single one of these games is a story based. Like really, most of them are pretty long. Like Overwatch is like you just do the same thing over and over again. Minus Pac-Man. Pac-Man, I guess you do just Pac-Man things. But yeah, thoughts and opinions were just kind of like whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I think as much as they've been ridiculed over the years, I don't have a feasible reasoning on why they would get a 10. Like,
But why is Pac-Man on there?
what do you mean, Pac-Man Championship Edition?
I think
dog?
I would prefer Tetris Championship because that game is insane. What people do in that Tetris, like the newer
Who
Tetris
are
games.
you?
Me?
Who are you?
Yes, you.
You like Tetris? You don't like watching Tetris? Tetris is dope. Whatever.
I have never once. One time I've watched a Tetris Championship. It is insane,
No,
but that is not my jam. I'm not
Yo.
gonna sit and put on the Tetris Championships.
All right. So how about this? Would you
Okay.
play a game that's free to play, but every time you died, you had to pay to get back into the game? Does that sound like your
Would
jam?
I'm
you-
in.
would
Does
you-
it
That's
allow me
not
to
my
link my
jam.
debit card?
All right. So welcome to the Culling.
Oh wait, I gotta
I
pull
never
up the
played
picture
this
for this
game.
one too.
Yeah.
The
Yeah. Please.
three of us did back when it came out.
I did, or you three did?
The other. The
Okay.
three of
I didn't
us.
think I did. That's all I was like, what? So you guys talk about it a little bit more because I don't know. I didn't play it. So
Oh yeah, so I mean, it was the first battle royale that I was ever put on to.
It might be the first one because it came out before PUBG.
Yeah, it came out years before PUBG for sure.
And,
At least
well,
at
maybe
least
not,
like a year.
What was that?
You're talking about DayZ?
No, not DayZ.
Oh,
it was,
H1Z1.
H1Z1 might have been
Yeah.
before it.
H1's.
but
Yeah, I'm not
it
sure.
was-
I mean, regardless, I mean, essentially it's a battle royale. You drop in, it's kind of like a game show. All of the people are essentially trying to kill each other and then get off this island. You can get drops by knocking down loot from a helicopter that flies by. Essentially start out with rocks and then you go from like rocks to guns, things like that. It was extremely bad. The netcode and hit registration, they had really bad servers, and there was like one gun that dropped in the entire map. So the guy that got the gun won immediately. I've won several PUBG games and a lot of Apex games. I never once won a Culling game because I did not know how to get the gun and was too stubborn to just YouTube it. But now they've started a business model. I'm gonna just pull it up on here because I can't figure out how to. I don't know where we got this picture from. I forget.
I have no idea where this picture is from. I have no idea who this guy is.
But
he's gonna sue us. He's like, bruh.
he also apparently works for IGN. This was IGN's face when they gave Overwatch a 10 out of 10. And this is the current pricing in US dollars. It does vary per country, so Canada, you might get a break here. But the base price for a daily match token, you get one free match. Okay, you get one free match. You could play. If you win, you get another token. If you don't, the base price is $5.99 for.
Like
I'm assuming $5.99 is the game, right? That's what it means by base price.
They announced the game as a free to play,
Right.
but it costs you $5.99 to buy it.
Okay, that's what I thought it was.
But
Yeah.
they call it a free to play.
Right. But it's not. It's like the
We're out here
exact
boxing
opposite.
Star Citizen for shittiest people award.
So you buy into $6, and every day you get one free game token. So you can only play one game for free every day. But if you win, you get another token. So every time you win, you get a token. You can keep going. But you're done. You die. Sorry, you're at it now. Now you gotta. Here comes the money.
You gotta get that Chuck E. Cheese card.
Or
Yeah.
you wait till tomorrow.
That's absolutely nuts. I came up with the point that if I won, let's say it's 50 people in, everybody had to pay $1 or whatever to get in. If I won and got $50, I would play 100%.
Yo, you know how many people would play that? Like Apex, it's 60 people load in, everyone puts $1 to play, and then whoever is the champion, the 3 people split that shit.
Yeah, that would be nuts.
That'd be $20.
Yeah. Under Siege was talking about the Overwatch on the Switch. On the Switch, that's another good point. Thank you, Under Siege. On the Switch, they gave Overwatch a 7. They did not give it a 10 out of 10. It only has a 10 out of 10 on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. For Switch, it does have a 7, which is bonkers to me.
I mean, they shouldn't give it a 10-10 if they're like, hey,
yeah,
this game's
those
a 10-10,
numbers don't average out.
We're gonna ignore the fact that it plays terribly on this one
Right.
thing, so we're gonna just exclude that. But other than that,
that's like my
teachers
teachers looking at my ACT scores. They're like, he's really fucking terrible at math, but just let him through.
Yeah, I always tell girls that I'm a 10 out of 10, but my personality is a 1. But I just ignore the personality part. I just don't mention it, so I'm a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Back to the Culling. I will say there was one thing interesting about it. Other than the game is just like not fun to play. Like you would start with rocks and stuff, but you actually crafted your weapons. So you could craft to get spears, you'd have to craft them. If you got a bow, you had to craft the arrows. So it's a little cool in that sense. I'm not a fan of Fortnite's like crafting freaking buildings. I'm okay with crafting like your weapons. But yeah, like I don't know how you crafted the gun, how you got it.
I think it was
like,
just
the arrows,
it was just out of a drop, but
you had to get lucky from the drops.
The bow and arrow was just god awful, even though it was the only other thing than spears to kill anybody with.
Yeah,
I just remember making tons of spears back then and just throwing spears for days.
Yeah, it's atrocious, but that's a bold. I mean, that'll never hit market. There's no way that'll ever hit market because they have a problem with.
It is on market.
This
is what
it's
they're doing.
It's out right now, bro.
I'll have to look and
Somebody
see what
look up how many concurrent players they have right now because it's
Yeah.
probably like one guy who won his first game and he's still there.
Well, because like the U.S. standard and the U.S. government has such a problem with loot boxes and gambling. That is gambling at its largest.
You're not gambling though. That's the thing.
Yeah, it's literally just pay to play the goddamn game.
You know exactly what you're paying for, and that's a one play token, and that's exactly what they're going to skirt around in case people come up like, hey, you know, this is gambling.
EA's like, oh shit. What?
This looks. This just reminds me of those quarter machines where you'd put a quarter in and it may or may not push other quarters out.
Yeah, well, I could literally see EA doing that for sports games. Like, I'm not even playing. Oh, you want to play one game of Madden? Oh, all right, bet that's $5. Like,
it's gonna cost you
FIFA.
one token a down.
Yeah, sports people would be like, what? Yeah, I want to play.
Yeah, okay.
I really wouldn't be surprised if EA did that to like Madden. They're like, oh, hey, you want to play next season? $10 for the season.
Yeah. And then they still charge you for a new game every year.
All right, we need to stop because EA is gonna eventually catch hold of it.
That's all right.
That's fine.
Our FBI Jeff, he's on break because
his name is Jeff.
The guy who coughs in our headsets.
Yeah.
What? Who's that?
I just wanted to talk about the Wonderful 101 remaster. It did come out the 19th, so this Tuesday. Because we talked about it when it first was, being talked about. It was a couple months ago, but it is out. I want to get it actually, but I probably won't. But I do want to.
It was one game when I bought the Wii U that I thought I would get into, but then I never played my Wii U. So now that it's out remastered on Switch, I think it might be something I grab.
That's what I'm saying. But I just wanted to notate the new thing. So if you've never played it for the first time, you do get an extra time attack mode, which is interesting, as well as all the 2DS game things that were ported over are going to be there with initial DLC that will be free as well that they didn't talk about for the Kickstarter to give back to the Kickstarter people.
That's cool.
Okay.
So yeah, this is a good one. It is not going to be on Xbox at all. I know we talked about that last time, so it's all on everything else. And this game was really cool when it first came out, so I'm interested to play it as well on the Switch, and it did come out this 19th.
So it's not going to be on Xbox, but it's out on everything else, so it'll be out on PS4?
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
And you said that's from the people who did the Beautiful Joe, right?
Time out.
Yeah.
Let's put a pause because I pulled up the Steam charts for the Culling Origins.
Oh, no.
This is off of the last 30 minutes ago. We had 6 concurrent players.
Oh my!
Oh my gosh!
They're going in,
and they're on the same match.
7 days.
Yeah, right. Playing
For the last
right
30
now.
days, your peak player count was 10 with an average of 3 players.
Bro.
And then they have the audacity to be like, "Hey, $1 a game. Come on,
go home. You're drunk."
Yeah.
Are people playing it on console or something? Like it just came out on console. I guess people on console have started to pick it up, but
I don't know.
Imagine if Apex like next week, like Monday, rolls around like, hey, you want to play? Going to cost you $1 a game.
Uninstall.
That amount of
You're gonna
concurrent players wouldn't even play for
2
my
million
that wouldn't
players.
even pay for my
Wow.
coffee addiction.
You do have a coffee addiction.
All right.
You need to get that.
Yeah.
We're
But all right,
gonna-
here, let me paint a picture for you.
All right, paint a
you
picture,
gotta-
baby.
paint-
No.
paint a
Paint
picture.
a picture for me. I like paint
All right,
notes.
it's the year is 2020, May
Play the violin for you.
Let me close
28th.
my eyes.
28th. Yeah, okay. You buy, let's say The Witcher 3. You're like, dude, I can't wait.
Ooh,
I want to play The Witcher 3 Premium Edition.
Yeah.
It's like $45 on Steam. Or let me be more accurate here. The Epic Game Store. You're like, oh, fine, I'll go on there. I'll play it. I'm playing it. 3 days later, you get an email being like, yo, dog, this John went on sale for $9.99. We're gonna give you a partial refund.
Oh yeah,
because
like that.
because we just got it like that.
Mm.
You wake up for your dream, and it wasn't a dream. It really happened.
Thanks, Epic Games.
Yeah.
I will say one thing. There have been times where I bought a game on Steam and like literally the next day it goes on sale for like 50% off.
That's what I'm saying.
That
So
was 100% true.
So
Yeah.
this is a good tactic for Epic Games. Too bad their security on their
I know,
online store
I
sucks
know.
balls.
Some dude in Germany has had my
So-
account for like 9 months.
Yeah.
so let me reiterate real quick. So if you didn't get my cool joke, on Epic Game Store, if you buy games now and they go on sale recently, people are starting to get partial refunds for the differences if the game goes on sale. Again, just to clarify, so that's what Phil talked about. Because that happens every year during the summer sale. You buy a game and then the next day it's $1, and you're like, oh shit. So that's just really cool. That if Steam did that, it'd be like shit.
And this actually might push Steam to start doing it because whoever runs it, I forget his name. Like he sits at home doing nothing. His company Valve, they don't even make fucking game. Well, they just made Half-Life Alyx, which is a masterpiece. Even though I haven't played it, I just know Half-Life is amazing and it's been getting great reviews. Like they're just sitting on bricks of gold. Like they could do this. They could give a little money back.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it doesn't happen that often, but
they
it does
wouldn't
happen
have
sometimes.
all the gold bricks if people like you didn't buy 400 games they've never played.
It's only 550, and I've played at least 100.
Yeah.
Yeah, like right now, The Witcher's on sale again for $15. Just the other day, it was 50 again.
Yeah.
So if you just said screw it and really wanted it one day, and then it dropped from $50 to $14, I'd be like, damn.
Yeah.
That's a big difference. But a lot of people on Steam know that though. You're kind of just like, you don't buy a game at full price. Like you just don't.
Yeah, you wait.
Yeah, unless it's a new release you really want, you're just waiting till the next holiday.
The other thing is Steam does, like, they've been adding random sales for something. Like I think they have a sale going
Developer
on, like
sales like crazy.
The spring cleanup sale. Like that's not a thing I'd ever heard of before, but it's out. And
They're cleaning out all their digital keys. Get them out of here. We don't need those in the closet.
It literally is the spring cleanup sale. Like I don't understand though. I click it, nothing happens. Oh, yeah, it does. Never mind. It's a bunch of weird shit.
And they have publisher sales like every week.
Yeah, they do.
So
have
I
a
guess
lot of
it's not
publisher sales.
a big thing because you could wait a little bit and your game's probably going to go on sale.
Yeah, and it's like 85%. It's like, you want this game? Cool. Here's it for free.
Yeah.
Speaking of free games, GTA 5 for free on the Epic Game Store for a little bit longer.
Yo, it's so funny. I look at my Epic Game Store. I've never paid for a game. I have like 10 games.
Yeah.
They're just all free.
Epic Games is just, hey, the next week and a half, 2 weeks, here you go. Here's a free AAA title.
Yeah, it's really awesome. But
there
again,
are some little ones, but
yeah, it's really cool. And I would like to see other people do it. But it's just, again, a cool thing these launchers are doing to try to get people to stroll on over to their formula or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Yo, guys, you know what I don't like?
What don't you like?
This is gonna be a new thing. I'm gonna try to just segue. I don't like microtransactions.
Ooh,
Yeah,
does it grind your gears?
But like it grind, dude. It ollie kick flips. My gears. And you know what? Tony Hawk 1 and 2 Pro Skater, the new one, won't have microtransactions. At launch.
quote unquote.
At launch.
At launch.
Yeah, so that basically means they're gonna beat you over the goddamn head like a month later with like new boards and outfits and shit.
I'm not mad about it because it's purely cosmetic. From what I've read, it's not going to be anything gameplay wise, so I don't really care.
Yeah.
Like
No,
I'm not
and
gonna
the-
be able to buy cards that make my board faster or make it like hard for me to fall off my board because it's the regular physics.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, that game isn't like and people do play them like multiplayer, like play horse and stuff, but you do
I
it
love
for
that.
Mhm.
fun. You're not doing
Right.
it like competitively.
Oh, I will be.
So
I'll be the greatest.
that game, and like the essence of that game is going through all the levels and unlocking and finding all the secrets, unlocking everything you can. So being able to like buy them defeats the entire purpose of playing the game.
Yeah.
Am
So,
I the
I
only
mean-
person? Keep going.
I'm just saying these microtransactions just mean absolutely nothing to me. Like, and I don't think they'll mean much to many people.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like I'm gonna be the minority here, but I feel like Skate was a
Twice.
better game than the Tony Hawk game. Yeah, twice times over. I enjoyed Skate way better than I
Oh,
enjoyed
I
Tony
mean,
Hawk.
but it Skate was trying to be a more realistic skating game.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Tony
like,
Hawk is
playing horse on Skate was like crazy.
yeah. Oh yeah, it was super fun. Like or the horse. Yeah, exactly that. Or it's Skate. It's called Skate. Like
It
you
was
play
Skate,
skate,
yeah.
you don't play horse.
Yeah.
But yeah, or
you
like
flew.
all of the big air challenges, things like that. I would agree.
Yeah.
The new Skate looks nuts.
There's a new
Um,
Skate.
Yeah, or there's
it's
like a
not
spin-off of it.
Skate,
It's
it's
like a
something
super
else.
realistic spin-off of the Skate series.
Yeah.
I thought we talked about this. The new Skate is going to be made for mobile.
Oh no,
What?
no.
Yeah, I don't know.
I would
I
have
might-
exiled them
maybe
immediately if I heard that.
Maybe I read this. I'm pretty sure that the company that makes Skate or somebody like was asked to make Skate like and dedicate their time to make it for mobile.
Alright, well, they can stay on their side of the
Yeah.
on side of
Yeah.
the park then.
Yeah, but the new one, whatever the spin-off was of the newest skating game, the physics look nuts.
It's
Um,
Project something.
Yeah, something like
Oh,
that. But I just appreciate Tony Hawk Pro Skater for what it was. It was basically like
Yeah.
I didn't have any of the Nintendo consoles until like way later in like my childhood. So it was my Mario Party. I would just get friends together, we would
Session.
pass session. That's what it is. That thing looks nuts. But the
Project Session, or
you just pass the controller around like as soon as you fell or like I
Mhm.
remember just playing the first level on Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 just to get up in the little glass box that was above the half
Oh,
pipe
yeah.
just to see if you could go in the door because I wanted to go in the door so bad that was up there and you couldn't. So hopefully you can now. Looking at you.
Listen here, Tony Hawk.
Yeah. Do a kickflip.
All right, we on that speed run. Click it.
Speed run.
Yas.
running.
Yeah, sorry about the
Alright.
ad break. This is the first time we've been able to do that. We just recently hit affiliate, and I just want to say a personal thank you to everybody that's followed. And if you're not followed, make sure you do it.
Oh.
Do it.
All right.
All right,
Yeah.
so Gen Con has been canceled. Just another thing, unfortunately, that has hit canceled status. So if you're looking forward to it, it was in August of this year in Indianapolis. They are doing a virtual one though, for July 30th to the 2nd.
I will say that
That'll exist.
Gen Con is in Indy every year.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, Gen Con Indy's the biggest one. There are multiple other smaller Gen Cons unless they've all just like decided to cancel. But
Yeah.
Gen Con has always been in Indy.
Cool.
Interesting. I didn't know that. But yeah, it'll be virtual.
Well, yeah.
Just another thing
Yeah.
isn't gonna happen. That's saddening.
Wah.
Yeah. Brandon, if you want to throw the picture up real quick, we got this god awful PS4 Pro that's coming out.
Yeah, drag that up.
I mean, I do love Last of Us,
Shut your goddamn mouth.
but God, this does not
Wow.
look good.
All right, so this is just along with the likes of the
It's like the
Cyberpunk
engraved looking
2077.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, so the Cyberpunk also did a console. Then we also questioned it because this is the last year of the gaming cycle. Why is anyone buying a PS4 Pro for a game? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It's not. It just financially doesn't. Unless your PlayStation blew the fuck up and you're like, I need to play Ghost of Tsushima and Last of Us. But I don't think you pay extra. I feel like you would just get a slim that's cheap. I just don't
Yeah.
understand why you would ball out and get it's probably $400. Like I just don't
Probably.
understand because these are usually more expensive.
I mean, the collector in me says like, yeah, this is something you would buy to just have.
Mhm.
Maybe you use it, but probably not. You just have it because
Is it a plant leaf?
No, it's
it's her tattoo.
It's the tattoo she has. Yeah.
It's Ellie's tattoo.
I'm curious if the controller is also engraved. It doesn't look like it, but I'm curious.
No, it looks like it floats.
It's like a
over it
decal.
little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my thought, I
Missed
brought this up
opportunity.
yesterday. I really wish these console exclusive things would also just add the controller separate. Like if I want to buy that controller, just sell it also separate. Some people like that kind of thing. Like they like having multiple controllers. Like
so, I'll say something, and it just popped in my mind. I remember this. The Resident Evil 4 controller for PS2 and GameCube was completely separate. Sure, it wasn't usable, but it looked like a chainsaw. That was cool. The Mortal
that one.
Yeah, and the Mortal Kombat had some PS2 wireless controllers that came out separate from like some weird, collector's edition PS2, and maybe even Xbox. So the fact that they people have just stopped doing that, is kind of odd, because I remember like seeing a controller more than the console and being like, that controller looks cool. I want that one.
Yeah, I just don't understand if you're making those units, just like go add 15% of separate controllers to this batch that you're making anyway, and package them separately. People might buy them. Like
the red and white Spider-Man controller, they would have sold so many,
because people aren't bouncing the console to console to stunt. People might stunt on a $50 controller.
Yeah,
it's not like I'm gonna be like, yeah, bro, I keep up to date with them console releases. I just get one every 6 months.
Because then you go over to your friend's house to play Injustice, and you whip out your controller, and you're like,
exactly,
you about to get
smacked out.
Yeah, I still want to pick up that I think they call it like Sunset or Sunburst Orange PlayStation.
The orange one.
Oh yeah, the orange and blue.
I want that still.
That thing's like $100 on Amazon. You can't find it.
That's why I don't have it.
Yeah.
Like I got the rose gold.
Try and import it from Japan. They probably have 100.
Okay.
Yeah, noob.
Get a hold of it.
If you're a fan of Gwent, the Witcher game, that was only on GOG before. It is now going to be on Steam. So if you really want to play Gwent and ball out and do that, you can. Just a little thing. That game is a game in a game, which blows my mind already that the CD Projekt Red made a game called The Witcher and then made just a whole nother game. It's gameception. But you literally can just walk around and play Gwent in that game, which is hilarious. So you can do that and ball out. As well as another free giveaway from the Epic Store. Civ 6 is free until May 28th. So if you want to just, build the town and be bored as shit, you can play Civ 6. Because I don't like that game. I have Civ 5, so maybe I'll get it. Whatever. That's all we got. But we got releasing Irrelevant now. There's a big list of games that you may or may not care about.
I had to. Hopefully everybody can see it. I had to shrink the text. There's so many freaking games.
So many games.
Yeah, but hit it, baby boy.
Wow. All right. One that it wasn't on my list initially, so it made me mad. The Warhammer 2 DLC dropped today. Warden and the Paunch. Get it if you love it. Everything else is on this list though. A Fold Apart is on PS4 and Xbox on May 19th. Golf with Your Friends, I don't wonder what you do there, is out for all consoles.
I want us to get that so bad.
I do too. That game looks absolutely fun.
All right, sure. Wait, never mind. It's not on PC. I'm not paying for it.
No, yeah, it is. It's on PC.
Well, it's not on my list to say PC.
Because it's
That's
old.
fine, because it's not a new release.
Fine, whatever. Gorn, if you're into that PSVR game called Gorn, I don't know what that is, but is on May 19th. The Mafia trilogy we already talked about is on all devices all devices on May 19th. Warhammer 40,000 is on the Switch now, May 19th. The Wonderful 100 Remastered Edition, which we already talked about, which looks really good. US digital only. Sorry, Phil. I didn't notice that at first. PC, PS4, and Switch, May 19th. Crucible on PC, May 20th. Neversong, Aqua Lunger, and Monster Train, all on PC, all came out between the 20th and the 21st, that's today. Thursday game releases are so strange to me, by the way. I'm going to throw that out there. Red Wings Axis of the Skies on the Switch on the 21st. Why would you do that?
I'll put an F in the chat for.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong at all, but fine. My heart. What the Golf? Came out on the Switch May 21st. I'm not even going to, I'm not even going to say this one. I'm not even going to try.
Which one?
The one after What the Golf.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool boy, Joe Tai.
Yeah, you bastard.
Ooh, killed it.
Exactly. Yeah, Kujo Jotai PC on May 22nd. Maneater is on PC, PS4, and Xbox May 22nd. Saints Row the Third Remastered, which I know a lot of people were looking forward to, comes out tomorrow on PC, Xbox, and PS4. And then, The Wonderful 101 did get a different release date in the EU for digital for the same consoles, but it comes out tomorrow. So, a big 3-day gap difference there. You know what I'm saying? Or if you have a VPN, I feel like you can just change your VPN and then just get it. But yeah, a lot of games coming out this week. Obviously I'm gonna freak out over the Warhammer DLC. Not
You're
Warhammer
already
40,000.
ditching us. The stream's not even over, and I know you're ditching us.
Not Warhammer 40,000, but the Total War Warhammer game. That's my favorite list. But yeah, we can get that golf game if you guys want. I'm with it. That sounds fun.
I'm just totally with it.
Wonderful 101 I'm interested in. Does anybody else have anything they are interested in that is on this list?
If I had a PSVR, I'd pick up Gorn. Gorn's pretty cool. I've watched gameplay of it.
It's like a beat 'em up.
V5 VR game.
Yeah.
It's
Oh yeah, it is.
Thrown into a pit and you just beat up other gladiators.
Go ham.
Kind of cartoonish.
It's pretty cool looking. Cut people's arms off and stuff. It's all cartoony. I'm low key, like, I never got to play the Mafia trilogy, but after hearing that it might actually be trash, I'll wait and see what goes on with the rest of the remasters if they do that.
Yeah.
But because that looked pretty dope.
Yeah, for me, Wonderful 101 is something I'd probably dive into. It is a digital release only though, so I don't know. I definitely want to check that out. The Mafia trilogy, though, I think I have all of them on PC. I don't know, but I probably do.
That's fair.
And then Warhammer 40K Mechanicus is a game I've been looking to get for a while. It's on Switch. I might not get it on Switch though. I might get it on.
Yeah, that's a
PS4.
PC game for sure.
It's a PC game. It's on PS4 as well. I probably would get it for one of those instead.
Cool. All right, cheat code of the week is brought to you by Phil.
So, in light of Saints Row the Third Remastered coming out, it's for Saints Row the Third. You can enter the following in the cell phone menu under Extras to get certain things to happen to the pedestrians. If you put in DUI, all the pedestrians will be drunk. Now that sounds like fun. If you put ho ho ho, yes, like Santa Claus, the pedestrians become pimps and prostitutes. If you put mascot, they all become mascots. And brains, they all become zombies. That one and the drunk one are the two that I think are the most fun.
Yeah.
So if you're excited for Saints Row, you can definitely get in on that. And also, if you're not watching this live, if you're watching it later in life, definitely put in the comments below what games, if any, you're excited about that came out this week as well. But we're about to wrap it up with our random segment of Dog, what we playing? Dog, what we playing?
What we playing?
We'll go in order. Justin, me, Phil, Brandon.
We still be doing that Apex life.
You and Brandon are like,
yeah, I wonder what I'm going to say now. Yeah.
Welcome to Groundhog Day. Apex.
What were you saying?
No, I'm watching the DUI.
Yeah, I just watched the dude get run over. That was kind of distracting.
I have a sliver of God of War left. I'm doing extra random stuff. I know I could probably just go and beat the story, but I'm just like walking around beating up Valkyries and stuff. So maybe this weekend I'll probably just beat it and call it a day. But that and then Warhammer, Total War Warhammer 2, the DLC that just came out. I'm gonna be going in on that the moment this podcast is over. The moment I say bye, I'm gonna leave this Discord and be gone forever.
Is it my turn?
It's your turn.
Yeah, boy.
So beyond most belief, like last week I finished a really long RPG. This past week I have been playing Halo and Apex.
You've been streaming a lot of Halo.
I have been streaming a lot of Halo. I'm really enjoying the Halo 2 anniversary. I never got to play it a lot when MCC launched on Xbox because it was completely broken. You could not match with anybody. So I'm getting a lot of time into that and playing social or playing, the ranked playlist. The ranked playlist, I'm getting up against a lot of pros. So if I really want to sweat, I can do that. If not, I can go into social and still play the hardcore, competitive feel to it. Because in Halo 2, and not really. Halo 3 they changed damage and speed, but in Halo 2 it's just the Halo 2, regular maps thrown into competitive with no radar. So yeah, I can play social with some radar and still have a ton of fun, and it feels like the competitive version of the game. So I've been having a lot of fun with Halo and Apex. I've never played it until this past week, really, and I enjoy it, even though I'm more of an arena shooter guy. Apex is a lot of fun.
Yeah, and we do stream that quite often. You can go on Phil's channel and watch him play Halo. We usually stream Apex on this one as well. So yeah, you can watch us do it. If you subscribe, you'll know. The notifications will tell you. It'll be like, hey, we're playing games.
Yeah.
You just click on it.
Brandon,
what's up?
Dog, what we playing?
I've actually not really been. I played Apex, but I actually wanted to show off what I've been doing instead of playing games because I'm hyped about it.
Freelance shit.
What's life like?
Yeah, so this actually has to do with a video game. If you guys remember, they announced a Black Sad game off of the comic. And so I've been working on some Black Sad stuff. I've been working on this is more Black Sad, but let's see here. I think the next one's some Ghost Riders. This is Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance. I got a book coming out, my birthday's next week if you guys want to support me.
Brandon be drawn.
Brandon used to stream his drawing sometimes. Do you do that? Do you still have your other?
Well, I gave that channel to this thing. So
I wasn't sure if you had another one. I really wasn't sure.
No, I don't. I don't currently. But when the book releases, I'm gonna set up a full-time streaming schedule because I'm gonna be releasing the book at the end of June or July, and then we'll go back onto a full-time stream schedule. But,
okay. Yeah. So if you guys didn't know, Brandon does draw. If you want him to draw you something, hit him up. He'll do it.
Yeah.
You gotta pay him though. But hey.
Right. I'm like the Culling out here per stroke.
$1, $2, $3. But yeah.
Wait, I have to race again.
If you guys again are watching it now or later, let us know how you feel about Crucible. If you've played it already, let us know how it is. We have not. If you're a fan of Serious Sam, if you are concerned about the Unreal 5 on Xbox, if you played Mafia, let us know. If you're actually really like Overwatch and you want to explain why it's a 10 out of 10, let us know.
Please, I will read every comment that tells me why Overwatch is a 10 out of 10.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if you're playing any of these games as well, let us know what you're playing. Let us know if there's something we're missing out on. Like and subscribe. We do, again, stream stuff all the time. We do this podcast every week. We do an anime podcast as well. That doesn't happen as often, but it goes with the flow of the anime season. That's all I got. Phil, hit it with the Grumpy Bob, dog.
Yes. So things are starting to open up, and you should have been already. But remember to support your local businesses in this crazy time. One place I love to go to is Grumpy Bob's Emporium. They got a lot of different stuff. Give a shout out to them. Just a great game hobby store, not even just gaming in general. They do a lot of different sales. Like right now, they have $10 off a Retron 1 system and then 30% off of DVDs. Sometimes they do buy one, get one free DVDs. And as well as sometimes, probably when they open back up, they do monthly sales and they'll do buy one, get one PS2 games and other things like that. So,
yeah. Head on in.
Yeah,
cool.
Everybody needs DVD as always, for their glove box.
I still got that thing on me. Siege, thanks for commenting and talking in the chat the entire time. Really appreciate it, bro.
Absolutely.
Everybody else watching, other people who I don't know, talk appreciate up. I can say thanks. But that's all I got, bro. I'm done. I'm out.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. See you next week. Peace.